Hey guys, Shane ONDA Plus. Having some really interesting conversations, and I wanted to tell you guys, well, you specifically, that when you get stressed, it's not something that's very easy to identify. It's something that it starts to peck at you, starts to edge at you, and before you know it, you feel something starts to elevate. Something inside you starts to increase. It starts to rise. You can't really pinpoint it, and more often than not, it results in either lashing out, in saying something you don't want to, or doing something you don't want to, or reacting in a way. And I've noticed in my life quite a few times where I've reacted in times where my stress had increased and didn't act in a way that I felt would have been the desired outcome. Basically, I would have done something that I not regretted, but wasn't something I should have done. Maybe said something or did something, maybe physically as well. So what I've always felt is that little nudge on your shoulder, the angel on your shoulder, the little thing to prompt you that, look, your stress is increasing. Maybe go outside, maybe take some fresh air, maybe touch some grass, maybe listen to some music, maybe go to the gym. And I've since the 14th of April, so about 5.5 months now, I've been imagining that I have a ONDA Plus bracelet on. I've imagined that I'm wearing this bracelet, and when my stress has increased, I think to myself, oh, well, my wrist would be glowing or vibrating right now to prompt me that I'm stressed. What should I do instead in this event? And then I'll go outside, maybe take a walk. You'll notice when I do my videos, more often than not, I'm on a walk. I do that completely out of choice, of intentionally. Every day I'll make sure I go for a walk. My granddad used to do the same thing, and it's something I've kind of adopted and do as well. I've always loved it. Go for a nice long walk, whether you want to listen to music, whether listen to a podcast, an audiobook, or even nothing, and just listen to your own thoughts and whatever goes in and what goes out, and just being amongst nature, amongst people, whatever your preference is. But I feel like what we're doing, whatever I've always done, has always been quite high stress. Working in sales for 20 odd years, or consulting or management, or even, I guess, less stressful roles, but still very high demand roles, like whether you're in a warehouse or in bars, or even in factories and warehouses and stuff, or retail especially. It's very easy to get stressed, but kind of just ignore it and just carry on with what you're doing. But before you know it, your body will be screaming out and saying you're getting stressed. And I just feel like I've always felt it would have been useful to know that you're getting stressed. It's like your friend when you're in a night out and everyone's had a few drinks, and your friend just pulling you away and just saying, look, just walk away. It's not worth it. It's not worth a fight, mate. Just walk away. It's that kind of thing. It's just to intervene and say to you, look, this is stressing you out. Maybe do something different. And I feel like since I've been developing ONDA Plus, since I've been working on this, and since, I guess, my episode of high stress, my wife's, my family's, the divorce, my quit my job, my getting married, my honeymoon, all within a very short amount of time, all those events within a few months of each other, I was in really high stress, state of stress, really. And doing what I'm doing is extremely high stress. Going to events, networking events, building out the products, marketing, managing the team, the NHS, the researchers, grants. There's so many things. There's so many things that that I'm having to do, and work relentless hours that we do, and it takes its toll. So if I didn't have a good way of managing stress, then I'd well, I have no hair, but I'd be losing my mind. I wouldn't be able to do this every day and push myself every day and be excited and motivated to try and make a dent on this problem and tackle this problem of stress and make it an option, make it allow us that liberty to have technology improve our quality of life, so we're able to actually be a bit more at in a calm space. So, and when we're in a calm space, we're more optimized. We can do better things when we're calm. If you're stressed or angry, people say you shouldn't make decisions when you're angry or stressed, right? Because you make the wrong decision, and something you might regret later on when you're in a bit more of a neutral state. So, I feel like, as I had I guess a bit more of a higher temper as a youngster, and done and said things that I hold my hand up to, and not saying I've apologized for things that I've done wrong, but I've having stress has brought me into situations which didn't bring on the desired outcome. Would have lost me jobs, got me into problems, and it's a thing that it can really affect some people. So I've built something that will help intervene when you get stressed, to prompt you to take a different course of action. Because when you're burnt out, when you really are stressed, then the trees are so close you can't see the forest, and you can't figure out what to do, because everything's too noisy, there's too much going on. But anyway, I want to tell you guys my story, I want to tell you guys about the progress, and yeah, I think really understanding how to handle your stress is a big thing. And keep watching, because we're going to keep sharing more points on what you're able to do and how you're able to live really stress-free, and have your trusty stress pal to help as well. Anyways, today's the last day on Kickstarter, so if you want to back us, today's the last chance you get to back us and get 40% off our RRP price when we do release. So it'll be the cheapest it will ever be, and at this stage, yeah, we will keep you posted with anything else that goes on. Anyway, appreciate your time. Peace.